And hello again, Internet. Here we are. I'm just going to do a quick video now. It's the same day as the previous one, and if you saw the previous one, you know why I'm doing this. I am at the end boss of Daikatana, and I spent 45 minutes, or actually I'm going to estimate 45 minutes because I don't honestly remember. I know it was more than half an hour, banging my head against the wall trying to defeat this boss. I tried every method I could think of. I even tried the method I'm going to do now. It didn't work before, but I went offline, I looked up some videos, I tested. I'm not the only one who ran into this either. I found another video of another player who had the same problem, was complaining about how easy the other bosses were, gets to this one and just gets destroyed. And she's the only reason I even know that this method works. Unfortunately, I don't have the name of that. I'm going to have to look that up. It'll be in the description. In fact, when this video is posted on YouTube, which it will be later today if I actually win, I will link it to her as a thank you, because without that video, I could not have done this. Because I tried this method and it freaking failed. So here we are. The end boss. The final... Make sure, yeah. The final level of the game. So this is going to be a quick video, and tomorrow I will start the proper game that I want to start tomorrow. And we can end this series on a high. But another advantage of having this as a separate video is those who want to see it as just the end boss can do so. So hello to all those who just want to look at the end boss. I will go ahead and play this video for you so you can see it as well.
This is it, folks. Home stretch. Keep your eyes peeled for any signs of trouble.
And I have seen this before, so... A sign of trouble! Gasp!
You've put me through an awful lot of trouble, Hero.
You know, Hero hasn't actually done anything directly to you yet. It's all been on you.
A shame. It doesn't become someone with your ancestry to mingle with such riff-raff.
Riff-raff.
Riff-raff my ass. You and I got an old score to settle, boss man, and now it's payback time.
No one was speaking to you, you savage brute. You should learn to keep your place. And
Yay, I don't have to fight with him.
Young lady.
Because let me tell you, if either of those two was in it,
You
this would be
bastard.
impossible.
Leave them out of this, Kage. This is between you and me.
Of course, as it should be. As it was always meant to be. Though there's no dishonor in bowing down to one's superior, it's not too late for you to stand down and swear your subservience to me.
Not a chance. Honor demands retribution for the atrocities committed by you and your ancestors.
So be it.
Oh, this is so
You
lame.
mad? Didn't you claim that touching the two swords would spell the end of everything? Or was that just another one of your lies?
Rest assured, and that was no lie. But if I'm to die, I could care less if I take the whole damned universe with me.
You truly are insane.
So why don't you just do it? Just go after his sword. Why don't you block when he
Curse you,
swings
hero.
his sword?
Why won't you yield?
I can't. Not while the blood of Usagi and all the other Miyamoto Sensen before him runs through my veins. What the?
Dramatic talking is through clenched teeth.
Usagi!
That's how you know it's serious.
End of the line, Mishima. Can't you feel it? The combined might of my ancestors now courses through the Daikatana. Your day of reckoning is finally at hand.
And now we're gonna be cheap.
Don't be so sure. I'll fight you till my last breath.
And I actually can't win this now.
Swift and
Because he hit me with it, I'm not gonna be able to outlast him. Because those things will come up and hurt you. As you see, I'm taking damage now. They do indeed come up here to hit you. And that's why I failed last time, because that happens. Fortunately, I actually should be able to make it now, because he didn't do enough damage to stop me. There we go! Yeah, that's how you have to beat him.
Caught the tail end of your duel, kid. Nice work. You okay?
Yeah.
And there's a plane flying overhead, which you might be able to hear in this, because we're near military, and they don't care about noise.
Hero, your sword. It's gone.
Whoa. What just happened here?
I don't know.
Try picking the sword up off the ground.
I'm not really up to speed on the intricacies of time travel paradoxes. But
There
it's
you
possible
go.
that Mishima's death nullified the alternate timelines that were created when he altered history.
Then what are we still doing here? We don't belong in this time period any more than that other Daikatana did. Shouldn't we have disappeared too?
Good
Question. Now, let's see.
What if it's not an instantaneous effect? I mean, who knows how many alternate realities were created? The different timelines could just be collapsing slowly.
If that's the case, we'll have to hurry if we want to get back to our own time before we're caught in the backlash and wiped out of existence.
Or
And how do
you'll
you
just get
propose
sent
we
back
do
to
that?
where you were originally
The only
anyway.
Daikatana we got left seems to be running on empty. Looks to me like we're stranded again.
Maybe not. I've got an idea.
This was not worth it. Here we go. What's going on here? I've not actually watched these. I just tested that last fight. Come on, Makiko, what are you doing? There you go. How did you go from standing behind to running up front? So what, you jump inside a nuclear reactor now? Is that what's going on? Oh wait, no Vader in this one.
So what exactly do you have in mind, hero? Hey, wait a minute. You're not thinking of doing what I think you're thinking, are you?
The reactor's core is our only viable power source. Tapping into it may be our only choice.
That's crazy. We don't even know if the Daikatana can harness a jolt of such magnitude.
Got any other suggestions? I didn't think so.
This is dumb.
Inserting the blade into the fusion cylinder should do the trick.
Oh, this is so dumb. Like, in all honesty, if they're part of the backlash,
Go right ahead. Won't
Then-
make a damn bit of difference if there's a meltdown.
You really think this is going to work?
come on.
Have a little faith, Superfly.
If there's a backlash and things are returning to normal, they will
Faith is for
return
fools who won't listen to
to
reason.
their time anyway.
Not much of a spiritual man, are you?
Considering the life I've led and the horrors I've seen, can you blame me? Hey! What happened to the lights?
You
Something's
killed the
wrong.
power.
Something's definitely wrong. What the? Where did it go?
Really? You guys were both watching
Where'd
it.
the what
The Daikatana. It's gone.
go? What? How is that?
Wow. Notice the way the sword just kind of wavered around
Sorry,
randomly.
hero. 2 against 1 isn't quite fair.
There's your riffraff.
What have you done?
The best thing in the game.
Everyone
She
needed
killed
to be
Superfly.
You see, Mishima was right about me. You should have listened to him while you still had the chance.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
You've seen what the Daikatana can do, tasted its power firsthand. How can you resist it? It's absolutely incredible. So intoxicating, like wielding living lightning. Now I know what a god feels like.
Did you not just see what happened to the last guy who was doing that?
Listen to me, Mikiko. Don't let yourself be consumed by the lust for power.
A little late for that, isn't it?
Yeah.
No. It's never too late.
She just
Look
killed
around
your
you.
friend.
You cold-bloodedly murder the man who helped save your life.
That's the line
You
of no
choose the path
return.
of greed and avarice over more noble pursuits.
Yeah,
Is this how
she
you wish
did.
to honor the
It's too
Ebihara
late.
legacy?
Get off your self-righteous pedestal. You know nothing about the Ebihara legacy.
Hero's an
I
idiot.
only know what your father told me. That the Ebihara clan was a group of noble warriors dedicated to overthrowing Osaka Mishima's brutal regime.
And you believed it.
Poor
Remember,
hero.
ramblings of a
Took
crazy
mine
man.
to see the truth, even now. You were always far too trusting, just like Usagi. Don't you get it? My father fed you a pack of lies so that you'd do his bidding.
No shit.
The Ebihara clan was anything but noble. More like a bunch of cutthroats and bandits who banded together against Mishima out of sheer self-preservation. After the Battle of Fujiyama, Inshiro betrayed Usagi and refused to give the Daikatana back to him. They struggled, and Usagi was mortally wounded when Inshiro jabbed the sword blade first into his abdomen.
As opposed to hilt first.
Grabbing the ancient weapon by the hilt, Usagi managed to wrestle it from Inshiro's grasp. He then threw himself into the volcano, taking the Daikatana with him to his grave, robbing my family of its rightful claim to the sword.
Rightful, sure. We'll go with that.
Claim. Inshiro tried to steal it from him.
Wrong! My family acquired it fair and square by right of combat.
Against somebody who wasn't fighting.
Usagi was unworthy of wielding the Daikatana. He was a weak and simple-minded fool who lacked the vision to fulfill the sword's ultimate potential.
That's rubbish and you know it.
Is this
You're
gonna
just trying
end
to
so we can,
justify
like, get
your
on with it?
ancestors' actions, as well as your own. So tell me, now that you've got the Daikatana, what do you intend to do with it?
I'm going back in time to save my father's life. Then,
But
Who
your
knows?
father's already saved
humanity is in
because the
desperate
timeline
need
changed.
of some guidance. Maybe I'll provide them with a more cultured and intelligent sensibility.
And we saw how well that worked before.
Do that, and you'll be no better than Mishima.
Regardless of what happens, I can promise you one thing, that you won't be around to see it.
Okay, remember that when
down,
we
Mikiko.
picked up the sword,
It
we
doesn't
did
have
not
to
have
end
the
this
knowledge
way.
to use it. Meanwhile, we've now
The
been
only
through
thing ending here
three
today,
time frames
hero,
learning how to
is
use
your
it.
life.
She just picked it up. You think she knows how to use the damn thing? She better not. Because, you know, continuity and all that. Yeah, that was pathetic. I can use the sword.
It should never have come to this.
Shotgun to face. Shotgun applied directly to the forehead.
Maybe it won't
Shotgun
have to.
applied directly to the forehead. Happy ending time! Yay! See, now it's the Ebihara Research Institute.
It's all right, Mikiko. At least our expedition to Fujiyama wasn't a complete failure. I'm sure the artifacts we uncovered will prove to be very beneficial to the Institute. Don't look so discouraged.
I'm not, Father.
Let's have nicer looking
I
armor
only
too.
wish
Look
we
at
could have
that.
at least found the sole heir of the Miyamoto clan while we were there. He probably knows more about the sword than any other living being. I'm afraid we'll never find the Daikatana without his help.
Show up with it, deliver it to them, and disappear.
Considering
That'd be
all the legends
hilarious.
involving the sword, maybe that wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. The consequences of messing with such a powerful artifact may be worse. than
Why
you
is he even
realize.
here? You were a freaking security guard at the
All
prison.
we know, the existence of the Daikatana could be nothing more than a myth.
Why are you inserting yourself back into the story,
Security
Superfly?
Chief Johnson speaks wisely. We should stop wasting our time and resources chasing phantoms when there are more pressing concerns to attend to.
What can be more pressing than restoring our family's honor?
Our ancestors already atoned for their past failings when they came up with a cure for the mutagenic Marburg pox filovirus. Perhaps it would be best for us to stop dwelling on the past and start looking to the
Somebody
future.
with an ounce of sense. So what did you do? Come on, hero, what did you do? You opened your dojo again. Okay. Oh, and so now I've got the Mona Lisa, apparently. I'm just gonna assume that that says Daikatana. There it is. I've done it. For those of you watching to see how to beat the boss fight, well, you've probably already seen that. Yeah, and remember, I tried the ladder technique before. It didn't work, because they still came up and got me, but I apparently just didn't try it soon enough in the battle. There you go. That's Daikatana. Oh god, I'm glad I'm done with it. That was Daikatana completed on Shogun using the save crystal, so that was a legit run. That's as good as it gets. And is this game any good? Fuck no. No, it's not. And there's plenty of people out there who go, well, it's not that bad because of X, Y. No, it really is. This game is not worth playing. The only thing that makes it tolerable is the fact that you can actually tell your teammates most of the time to sit their ass down and just get out of the damn way. Because if they die, that's game over for you. And they are suicidal. The AI in this game is utterly pathetic. John Romero banked Ion Storm on this game, and you can see why Ion Storm doesn't exist anymore. There's a lot of interesting ideas here, but it's just not competent. There's the key right there. The fact that all of the weapons, so many of them hurt you when you use them, is just terrible. I mean, the entire weapon selection for that first episode is crap. There is not a single weapon on there I like. Throughout the game, that's true. Most of the weapons just aren't any good. Hell, I don't even think I used the final weapon in the third episode. Winrix's staff, I never even used it. The claws were the best there, which, you know, okay, so you've got another sword, effectively. Ugh. Even the sword itself, and we're gonna look at this later. At some point in the future, we're gonna look at Jedi Knight, see how swordplay in first-person games can really be good. Supposedly, I've not played it yet. I haven't played it. That's another thing. Almost everything this game has done was done beforehand, sometimes years beforehand. The whole going through multiple time frames in the various chapters, that was Hexen and Hexen 2. True, they didn't give you a whole selection of weapons to use each time, but you did have multiple choices and selections of weapons based on what character you chose, so there was that. And yeah, they all had new enemies. Sometimes they reused enemies also. There's nothing wrong with that. It's like he just wanted to make 4 different games and jam them together here. The plot really isn't very good. It was pretty eye-rolling through most of it. The graphics are only so-so. At least it has a good color palette. I mean, look. Purple. How often do you see purple in first-person shooters? Really think about this. When's the last time you've seen purple in a first-person shooter? Everything's freaking brown and gray with some greens thrown in now and then. It looks like raw sewage. Even most of this game, you had the grays and blues. Now you're looking at nice deep purple. Just ugh. even if you take out... There are things that could have been done to make it better with your teammates. If they weren't freaking essential. If they got knocked out instead of game over when they were defeated. What's wrong with that? They get knocked out. They're out of combat for a while until you go pick them up. Problem solved there. If you didn't need them with you when you went to the next level, if they just assume that, yeah, they're following you, you're on the next level, fine, that would have made it so much better. Because then you could have at least tolerated having them with you. If they had their own ammo, if they didn't have to use up your ammo, that you didn't have to tell them, go pick up the ammo over there. And if they couldn't hurt you with the weapons, those changes would have made the teammates bearable. And then it would have been more fun. I mean, the AI is still bad. But you still got the problem where the weapons are bad. The balance is bad, especially when you're putting it on the hard difficulty like the Shogun here, where the only thing that's difficult is lining up as many enemies as possible in one tight area. That's not amusing. I mean, especially the first episode where there were so many, that one corridor in the sewers, before you have any decent weapons, before you've gotten any levels, and you run into 12 robots with rocket launchers in one section of sewers, just literally lined up. That's bullshit. And the way Doom was able to get around having more enemies equals harder, they didn't just stack them like that. They spaced them out more, number one. Number two, some of the enemies dropped ammo, which in this game very, very few did. And then because of the way you levels, episodes 2 and 3 were just easy cakes. I had breezed through them with almost no problems in the combat, until you got back to episode 4, where you've got these really quick shotgunners who run right in your face, just bam bam, hold a bunch of damage, hard to hit, hard to kill, and then no health. The first 2 episodes, you've got those health items, you've got the Haas portal in the first thing, and then the healing pawns in the second. I didn't see any in this 3rd and 4th. Maybe I missed them, but I did not see a single thing that even looked like it could have been a healing pool like that. Just why train us to use this and then take them away? The save gems was a bad idea. I get the logic behind it. You don't want people to save walk through the game. Nothing wrong with that idea. I don't think that was implemented well. I like the checkpoint system better. Like the new Doom uses. Doom 4, I'm just going to call it Doom 4. And I've played games without saves in him too. Alien vs. Predator, the 2000 version, when it first came out, there was no mid-level saving. Now with patches, you have a limited number of saves. But back then, none. And I not only beat that game, I got all of the secrets you could get. There was actually a couple that were broken. So, it was doable. It was tough. It was a challenge. And it was fun because of how much challenge it was. We shouldn't shy away from challenges like that. Look at Doom 4 has the Ultimate Nightmare mode, or Ultra Nightmare, where it's the hardest difficulty, plus if you die, that's it, game over. You have to start all the way at the beginning of the campaign. There's people who've beaten it, not me for sure, that's never happening. Dead Souls, people love the Dark Souls, Dead Souls, I haven't played it, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing the title. I've not played the game, really. People love that game for the challenge that it possesses, and more power to them. I'm glad there are games like that that exist. I just don't like the way it was accomplished in this game. Okay, that's enough ranting from me on Daikatana. Is it a good game? No. Not at all. Is it the worst game? No, not at all. If you've watched me, I went through Descent to Undermountain lately. That game was a bug-ridden piece of crap. This game is just frustrating and badly designed. But it crashed a few times. There were some minor bugs. Nothing major. Nothing like Descent to Undermountain. So this doesn't really earn its spot on one of the worst games ever made. other than the fact that there was so much hype around it that it did not live up to. That's really the only thing that makes this game notable. And no, it doesn't live up to it. It's bad. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that, oh yeah, it's me. No, it's bad. But it's not the worst. So tomorrow, I am indeed going to start with the game that I was going to have instead of this. But this game did come out first, and it did have RPG elements. The leveling up, you can upgrade your stats. That was nice. Kind of. Again, not balanced in this game, but still. Vitality's so important. Tomorrow, it will be the 11th game in this retrospective and the final game in the retrospective. I will be starting up Deus Ex. I've beaten Deus Ex before, but I'm going to go through it again for this because after that, the doors kind of opened up and everybody was going, oh hey, RPG elements in first-person shooters. Well, we can do that. Look at what Deus Ex did. We can put story. We can put all this. So I'm going to cut it off at 2000 with that game. And hopefully I can beat it before I go on vacation or out of town for a few days next weekend. It'll be a vacation for me, basically. I hope to see you then. I know there's going to be some of you turning in tomorrow going, wait, what happened? I wanted to see the end of Daikatana. Video's up. It's going to be on YouTube. I will say again at the beginning of tomorrow that it is available. But until then, that was Daikatana. Don't play it, please. I will see you tomorrow, Internet. It's just going back to the load screen now.